You cannot quite understand the power of addiction until you have seen it firsthand, until you have seen it eat like an acid through everything you are.
The worst part about being a drug addict is that you know you're an addict. You know all your excuses are a lie. You know when it's your addiction talking and not you. You know that you're hurting people around you. You know you need help. You know you're lost. And you know that you're lying to yourself.
I cannot describe in clear enough words the depths of my pain with the loss of the life I so loved and had worked for so earnestly since childhood.
The most frightening thing I've come to realize is that consequences do not work against a well-developed addiction. As my addiction has progressed and my self-control has slipped away, there has been nothing so far that I won't risk to continue doing my drug.
Nobody sets out in life to be an addict. It's not a worthy goal, even for the most self-destructive of person, because the end is always the same. Not a celebration, not a finish line with cheers, not a job well done, only jails, institutions, and death.
And when I break these promises, I am not some mindless junkie who doesn't care anymore. In many ways, I am the same person I always was. And I know how awful and horrifying my actions are. I do them anyway.
I became an addict when my addiction replaced by force any commitment to my kids. I became an addict when my only emotion was shame. I was ashamed of the problems I had. I was ashamed of the hurt I caused people. I was ashamed of the dreams I lost. I was ashamed of the life I left behind.
All I can do is try and take a step forward each day and do my best just for today to make that step matter. The future is not clear. I forge ahead nonetheless as one who continues to believe that the future will not be filled with people who gave up, as easy and as comforting as that may at times feel. Recovery takes a toughness I've never thought I needed.
I find it to be true that we are each just a bit stronger than we think we are. But paradoxically, I have also found that none of us are quite as strong as we think we are. I bear many deep wounds. Nonetheless, the wounds are not what we are. They are not even what others perceive them to be. Rather, these wounds are chapters in my story that is still being told.
I am a drug addict. Every day when I look in the mirror and ask myself, please stop. I'm a drug addict when instead of stopping, I put the needle back in my arm. I'm a drug addict as I desperately scream while leaving my soul to die. And the worst part is that I know it.
One of the things that I like most about Wesley is our help in these situations. Because, as it says, as you've done for the least of these, so have you done for me.
I think recovery at Wesley is important for two reasons. One is Jesus in the Gospels consistently and tirelessly reached out for the least, the last, and the lost. And nothing about that has changed. The recovery groups here, they do things that I could never do in terms of their be able to connect with people. And I think it is critically important. The space that we offer, the safe space, the welcoming space, the warm space where people who find themselves sometimes in the pit of darkness can find light.
Of all the people that come through our doors every week, if you want to find the most broken and the most in the pit of despair, it would be those folks who are coming in looking for that new way to live. We have people in our church that are just at the very beginning of that journey, and people who have been at it for decades. And there's not a one of them that would ever say that they've got this thing licked. But they need the support of other people. That's one of the things that they seem to say over and over again, is that they can't do this alone. And if there's one small thing that our church can do and continue to do, it's to be that safe place to surround them, to let them know they're not alone. If that is not the gospel message, I don't know what is. That we are told that do not be afraid, for I am with you, says the Lord. I will protect you. And if we can model that and be the embrace of God, and then even one person comes out not afraid, and then they will conquer many things, their addiction being the least of it.